From downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 11 starts now.
Has captivated millions, including the president and Hollywood movie stars. And tonight, that Syrian refugee arrives in Metro Detroit with what's left of his family, hoping for a better life.
His story has touched millions. A Syrian refugee known as the scientist who lost his wife and daughter to a shrapnel bomb in Syria's civil war. Well, tonight he and his surviving children have arrived here in Detroit, where they are set to begin a new life in Troy. Mara McDonald, live at Metro Airport. And Mara, his story has impacted so many, including the president, actor Ed Norton, and others who are raising money for the family.
Guy, it's hard not to. If you read that story, which appeared on Facebook on a site called Humans of New York, I think it's hard to find somebody who didn't tear up reading it. And you're right, millions of people simply know him as the scientist. Who he really is Refai Hamo. He is a PhD from Syria. And what happened to him is horrible. And it's a refugee story, I'm sure, that is played over again and again. His wife and his daughter were killed by a bomb that reduced their family compound that he had designed and built to nothing but shreds. He and his remaining children had fled to Istanbul. They've been in Turkey for the last 3 years, essentially in limbo. No career, no identity, no nothing, waiting to see if they would be allowed refugee resettlement here in the United States. Well, that has come through for them, and Lutheran Social Services of Michigan is helping to resettle the family here. And one of the most poignant things that Mr. Hamo said in the story about him that went viral all over the world is that he simply wanted to get back to being a person. I asked him about that tonight, and he answered with the help of a translator. Take a listen.
If they will only call me a refugee and they will treat me as only a refugee, I don't want to be here. I would rather go back than call only the refugee. I want to be a good citizen here.
This is a man who wants to work, who wants to do something with his PhD, but there are some things that are standing in his way. He was diagnosed with stomach cancer. Lutheran Social Services of Michigan is going to help him out with the medical and get him hooked up with somebody. They're hoping they're going to be able to reverse the cancer. Ed Norton, actor Ed Norton, has raised more than $450,000 for this family because people read the story and were so overwhelmed by it. Lutheran Social Services is also going to find them a financial planner who's going to help them manage the money, and they are on their way tonight to their new home in Troy. We are live at Metro Airport tonight. I'm Mara McDonald. Back to you.
Starting a new life here in Michigan. All right, Mara, thank you. And more news.